kids these days, man, they don't know nothing about that transfer. You choose to transfer, you gonna choose to sit your ass down for a year.
Yep.
Now, these days, y'all kids out here can just up and leave whenever the fuck you feel like. You go to 5 colleges in 5 years. Like, what? And you still don't make it to the league. Sorry, ass. But that's what you get, because you should sit down and take that, whatever L. You might have to sit out for a year, your freshman year, your sophomore year, whatever the fuck. But if you cold enough, if you got courage, and you, not courage, but if you just got that fucking dog in you, you gonna get there regardless.
Yeah.
So your time sitting out, did you have some processes? Like, you had to think about something, you know what I'm saying, when you get down to Baylor, because it's a whole new territory. This ain't Penn State, this ain't up there, you know, you down south now in Texas and y'all over in the Big 12, that's a whole different ball game. So what was it like going down there, change the scenery?
It was cool, man. It was definitely a wake-up call. You know, going from the Big Ten, where more smash mouth football, you know what I'm saying? You got your run-heavy teams like Ohio State, Wisconsin.
But at that time, Baylor didn't have a winning season since like 95.
I'm looking at the record on my way down there. We driving. Got all my shit in the car. Driving. I said, like, in the last 5 years, the best they probably did was like 3-9. I'm like,
God,
where the fuck am I going? Like, for real. Like, my 2 years at Penn State, we went to bowl game every year. You know what I mean? You know, high school, my senior year, we won states 14-0. Like, I'm going from a winning mentality down to like,
3.
damn, yeah. But the shit changed my life, because I ain't seen no motherfuckers work so hard because these motherfuckers wanted to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just the mentality of being down there. And, yeah, the shit changed me, because before I even went down there, when they had kicked us off the team at Penn State basically for some months, I had to get a job up that bitch. I was just working at the car wash up that joint.
Damn.
So, yeah, I put on weight. So when I get down there in Texas heat, I know you lost that whole off season, bro. That whole year, I probably lost close to probably 50 pounds.
Damn.
50 pounds, bro. And Coach Kaz, he at TCU now. He the head strength and conditioning coach at TCU. He was there in his first year with Browse and them guys. So it was like, they got me right. They had every Friday morning at like 5, they had this shit called a gogi. And it was like the way of the warrior type shit. We was out that bitch, had the big-ass waterlogged shits. We had to do that, the fucking, all type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me coming from Penn State, I ain't got to do this shit. Y'all niggas weak. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I got in line quick because I knew I had to do that shit, and I know it was going to be the best for me. So shit changed my life. Shit was cool. I was scout team all year, and in my first year down there, we had a dude go number 2 overall, Jason Smith, offensive lineman. And that whole year.
Dogging his
It was funny though, because you know what I'm saying, it was just different because, you know what I'm saying, with the whole coming down to the Big 12, it was spread. So it was a lot of zone and shit. So it was different, but at the same time, I was letting them have it on scout team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was before I even lost the whole 50 pounds.
Sheesh.
So, yeah, it was fun.
So what was your first year actually stepping on the field, your junior year would that be your junior year?
Nah.
That would be
my red shirt, that'd be my red shirt sophomore year.
Red shirts, yeah. So when you stepped on the field, what was that like? What was the I know you set out for a whole fucking year.
Yeah.
I know the anticipation had to be lit, even though you got to do your thing in practice.
Yeah.
But now you're going out there to actually play against a whole roster full of new teams. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you want to spread offenses. What was that first year like for you?
It was a learning curve. I remember my first game, I had to get everybody a ticket. We played Wake Forest. And that was the closest game we was going to play to home.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? To Maryland on the East Coast. So my family, they had one of them big-ass buses. I think I had like 50-something people come to the game.
Damn.
And nobody from the team was using their tickets. You know what I mean? So I got everybody tickets or whatever. But it was cool, man. I had an interception in my first game there. We beat Wake Forest, you know what I'm saying? So that
had
shit.
the interception from the family too.
Yeah.
What, on the screen?
It was a screen, and I got the running back. And then he dropped, like, the joint hit his shoulder and went up, and I just got up under that bitch.
How many yards you get?
None. I was kind of falling down as I was catching that bitch. So
you caught that motherfucker. Now,
That
after
shit was
your junior year, you didn't drop some more weight. You go in your senior year. Now, I saw it in the senior year. You had the most tackles from a D tackle since '02 at Baylor.